244. Did you get to see the bad motherfucker fight?
Yeah, I haven't. I did. I saw the whole thing. Thing, and it's exactly. I gotta just be honest, 100%. Is exactly how I thought the fight would go until the 4th and 5th round. I thought had the fight gone on, and I had always thought that Nate was going to win the 4th and the 5th. I didn't think that he was going to get as cut up and hit as he did in the.
So that's what I was with my son watching, and before the thing, he says, "Who do you think is going to win?" I go, "Look, both can win." Mm-hmm. I go, the real thing I have a worry about. Nate cuts really easy, and Jorge is really good at being accurate. Yeah. And as soon as he starts to get a cut on him, anything, he lands a good, shot, a good elbow. I go, as soon as Nate's cut, he's just going to start just cutting him up, scissoring him up. And I said, I have this feeling. I don't know why. It's going to end up stopping on cuts. What does it stop on? Cuts.
Yep.
Too bad. I watched that, and it drives me crazy because referees many times, and this is nothing on Dan. Dan did nothing wrong. Absolutely zero. But people need to understand ringside physicians, they're doctors, and many of them, and New York is crazy heavy in the ringside physician has a lot of power. And that's because of what occurred with Magomedov in boxing and the injury that he sustained. And they were sued, and there was all kinds of stuff. So the doctors, they're very doctor heavy. Guys get checked before. The referees have to actually have the doctor there when they're doing their rules briefings. It's just to the point of almost ridiculous in some ways. But, as the referee, I can't tell you how many times I controlled the ringside physician. I would have a guy that was cut, and they'd be going, I think we need to stop this. And all right, hold on. I want you to think about this. This is a big fight. Both these guys are fighting hard. Yes, he's cut. I see it. I know it's a good cut. These fans came here for this fight. Let's see if we can let him go another round, because let's see what happens. If it increases in any way, I'll stop the fight, bring him over to you.
Yeah.
Right. And you do these things to because that doctor wants to take care of the fighter. That's what they do, and so they're always going to look and say, and you can go and look. Tyson Fury had his championship fight, in Vegas, and you look at the cuts that were on him. He had a cut on the eyelid. That's always bad. Yeah. Okay. And then he had a huge one above it, and that fight went 12 rounds. John Jones, when he fought Alexander Gustafsson, I had the doctor telling me, no, we need to stop the fight. That fight didn't stop. Okay. And there's reasons why. And sometimes you've got to control that guy. Tell him, hey, we're here working together. I promise you, I'm going to take care of him. I'll bring him over to you. And it's unfortunate it stopped. It's totally within the doctor's right. And Dan did nothing wrong, but I wish it would have been handled where someone was there saying, hey, let's think about this. Let's try to get him one more round if we can. Because, yes, he was cut. But those cuts are the kind of cuts that we say are good cuts. Cuts that are going up and down.
Yeah.
Those are problems. They're problems because they cross over multiple muscular structures. The ones that go like with the lines of my face, which are the ones that Nate had. He had one under the eye here and one over the eye here. Those are the ones that, for the most part, they're pretty good. Now, it can get so big, that it's a problem, but it's too bad that it stopped. But Masvidal did a fantastic job. He looked really good in that fight. He looked comfortable and in control for most of the fight. So, not saying the next round would have changed anything, but it was a good fight.
Yeah, you were talking about the cuts that go with the lines of your face, and I was trying to think of which lines. There's a bunch of wrinkles, and I can't really tell which line.
I tell people all the time. I go, take a look at me, man. I look like a Shar-Pei puppy, right? I got all these freaking wrinkles and stuff, but those wrinkles, you see that's the lines of the face. And when a cut is running in that direction, it's usually a cut that you can deal with. It's when it's running against it that we have the problems. And so, but that happens. But there was other good fights.